Hey, have you ever bought TQQ right at what you thought was support only to watch it keep falling and stop you out? That hurts, right? The problem is you're picking the wrong support level on the wrong chart. In this quick market debrief, I'm going to show you a clear and simple three-step process disciplined traders use to identify the real support level before they enter a trade. Watch to the end. We'll also show you where I may be buying TQQ in the future over the next few days or weeks. So let me show you what's happening. Okay, right here is where most traders would say the support exists on TQQ. This is Friday's candlestick, and it looks like it's pushing down towards that support at 45.24. Well, let me ask you something. Are you looking at just the leverage chart? Well, possibly the real structure is over on the chart of QQQQ. Why is that? It's because the technical analysis of the Qs provides a stronger technical analysis support and resistance levels than, and a more pure technical analysis than trying to do your technical analysis just on TQQQ. The reason comes down to something we'll call volatility drag. Not to get in a big, huge definition of what volatility drag is, just take away this. The 3-time leverage ETF have to buy and sell, rebalance their books every day to match 3 times the move of the non-leverage ETF for that particular day. If the market happens to be in a downtrend, this can actually be exaggerated, and the price action actually fall more than what you see on the chart of QQQQ. So it may wind up looking similar, but the real truth lies when you get to the stronger technical analysis-wise chart of QQQQ. So if you are leaving out that analysis of QQQQ, you are hurting yourself. And that's why disciplined traders don't rely on just the leverage chart alone. They confirm the structure of what's going on with that, with both the entities on both charts. Let's take a look. So this takes us to step number 2. First step was, of course, is to compare, be aware that TQQ is a distorted view of the technical analysis. Take a look. What do you see different here between TQQ, which is over here on the right, and QQQ, which is over here on the left? Well, let me point out a couple of things that I want to pull your attention to. Notice what's happening here on the lows. They're going lower, 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 lower. What's happening on the Qs? Well, they're basically finding support right where they are. Very interesting that that's the case. If this support breaks, where's the Qs likely to go? Well, they're likely to go down here about the 583 level, which corresponds with that low. There's a whole zone there. I won't get into that. We'll just use that as our line of demarcation for right now. And so when we do the measurement of where we expect support, we expect the Qs to find support there. However, notice current price action is well above that. Not the case over here on the Qs. We're right at that level right now. So if I put in my order to buy here, what's the problem? Leave a comment. Okay, step number 2 is to, 1, find the support and how far it is away from the current price action on the Qs. If I go here, we finished the day on Friday about 593. I just take my closing price, and I extend it down to that level there. And that gives me a move of about 1.72%. Now, I'm anticipating that that could fall that far within just a few days, no more than a week from now. I won't be impacted that much on TQQQ during that 1, 2, 3, 5 day process. However, I know that I am 1.72% away from that potential reversal signal. So what do I do now? What I do now is I take the 1.72%, multiply it times 3, that's the leverage ETF factor, and it gives me a target that's approximately 5.16% below the close on TQQ last Friday. So how far down is that? I grab that, and I'll ballpark it here for just a second. Just stretch that down 5%, 5%, 5%, keep going down, and 5.37, 5.2. And I'll just put a line there and say, okay, my actual support that corresponds on TQQ to the support of this low over here identified on the Qs actually would put me down at about $43.52. Way below where that, 45.32 is. Okay, I drew in the precise level here, and it turns out to be $43.56. As you can see, that is a significant move down. And if I bought at the the 45.24 level, I would have, like an extra $2 worth of risk. That's not needed. So now I can design my trade based on this level, which is the equivalent level to be that what QQQ would be if it gets down to that level. Pretty slick, right? Okay, as I promised, I would identify where this may look interesting to enter. And what I did was I went over here to the QQQ chart, identified the next level of support, which is here, 578. Did the same math I did earlier, and that establishes a new target that coincides with that target down here at the 42.30 level. Now, that is based off of that number right there. Now, what I can do is I can go ahead and start layering in where we may fall to. I could identify at this level here, where would TQQ be? This level on QQQQ. And see how that simplifies your approach and also will help with your target shooting of where to enter TQQQ. As these charts show us, and I hope you've seen it, that if you read support only off the leverage ETF chart, you may enter too early and increase your risk. Disciplined traders will verify the underlying, i.e. QQQ, before they press buy with their order on TQQQ. Where the real support level sits, that's where we can basically get confirmation to be able to jump on the trade. And you want to know that before you enter. So this amplifies the calm discipline that you need to trade the leverage ETFs. So if you'd like to go deeper into my process, I explain it fully in my book, Trade Your Way to Freedom. Links down in the description. And so when you first looked at a chart of TQQ, did you think support was higher, lower, about the same, or have you only been using the chart of TQQ or the other leverage ETFs to determine how you're going to trade it? Will you change the way you start doing your TA on the leverage ETFs? I encourage you to do so. Leave a comment and let me know if I've convinced you. Remember, consistent traders don't guess. They follow a clear and simple process. Clarity leads to consistency.